the Most High be praised. May the Most High be praised. Very good, sis. I need you to take your phone off mute, though, because we got to talk. So, sis, the scripture you read says you should not curse your parents. Is that right?
The scripture I read that you cannot smite.
Oh, you can't smite them. I heard you say curse. Could you tell me what curse is?
It's Exodus 21:15.
Yeah, no. Out of your mouth, you did say smite. That was earlier. But just a few minutes ago, when you reiterated, you said you should not curse your parents. My question to you is, what is a curse? How do you curse your parents?
You can be a curse to your parents from your actions. When you think about it, maybe some people might think as of like something in your head, like using profanity or something against them, or wishing ill will, but all of that, you know what I'm saying? But I would, to my understanding, being a curse to your parents is like, being a heathen, totally going left of how they taught you, being an embarrassment.
Very good. That's a very good example. Now, a lot of us today, we think that a curse means something like, you no good mother. We think that's a curse. But in the ancient days, that's not what a curse was. A curse was like what you just said, sis, like you wish them ill, wish them something happened to them, wish them not to be well. That's a curse. When you brought out the point that you should not smite your parents, hit your parents, or hurt your parents in any way, try to cause your parents death, that's extremely important. Because you should not raise your hand to your parents. In other words, the flip side of that scripture is you should honor your parents. And a lot of children today do not honor their parents. So you spoke about being embarrassment to your family, to your father and mother. You spoke about that. And you're absolutely on point. Because a lot of children today smite their parents, not with their hands, but with their actions. They're extremely disrespectful. Let's get it right now, because some children actually kill their parents. Mm-hmm. I read a story where these two young black guys actually, they got arrested because they tried to kill their mother and father, him and his brother. They tried to kill their mother and the father in the house while they slept, and they messed up. It didn't work, but they got arrested and they went to jail for that. So they did the blame game to throw it on whoever it was. It was his fault. No, it was his fault. It was his plan. No, it was his plan. They tried that. But the whole point was they actually tried to kill their parents. Now, that's an abomination. But the other part of it is you can smite your parents or hit your parents or strike your parents where it really hurt by being an embarrassment to them. Being loose as a young lady up and down the street. If your parents has a righteous life, if your parents are striving to serve the Creator, let's say in this rich Israelite lifestyle we live right now, and we're all striving to walk in one accord in righteousness before the King, and you got a daughter or you got daughters, you got sons, you got sons who's having children with multiple women and not providing for them and not taking care of them. You got daughters who having sex with all types of dudes in the neighborhood, in the blocks, walk around wearing clothes looking like hoochies. And if the parents, the father particularly, if he doesn't open his mouth and say anything to them, to try, because usually the father's the disciplinarian. If he doesn't do his job and try to correct them, that's an embarrassment. But he's also at fault. He's also at fault for not trying to instill righteous behavior in his children. So the Most High will deal with him. But if he's doing his part and his children are just disrespectful, that brings shame upon the family. Therefore, that's a form of smiting your parents, disrespecting them. And those type of behaviors should not be tolerated in a righteous household. If you're trying to strive to serve the Most High to the best of your ability, and your children is out having sex and bringing home children and boyfriends and girlfriends and everything else, and you're not doing anything to stop it, to prohibit it, then you're just as guilty as they are, because you're disrespect to the Most High, and He's the ultimate parent.